Hello and welcome to the Legal Business Monitor webinar. The Legal Business Monitor is an online application designed with the needs of smaller firms in mind. This webinar will demonstrate how to create a questionnaire, enter or import data, select benchmarks, use the scenario modeling tool, and also generate a report. To access the online application, you will need to register via www.benchmarking.com.au. Once you have registered, you will receive a login, username and password. To access the application, simply enter your login details and click Login. The first time you log into the application, a series of pop-up windows will open to guide you through to create your first questionnaire. First, we will select the industry. There is just one option, Other Professionals. Expand that and then click Legal Business Monitor. The next question just asks whether or not it's an exact match to the industry. So for legal firms, it's yes. If you're involved in a slightly different industry, you might want to pop in the name of the industry in the box below. So we'll click Next. Then you can enter your business name. Our system automatically records it, but if you would like to change the business name, you can do that now. Click Next. Select the financial year that you will be entering data for. You can also enter a label and your contact information. Click Continue. This will start to generate a new questionnaire for your firm. As you can see up the top here, we've created the questionnaire Legal Business Monitor for the financial year 2015, and it's opened up to the main financial questionnaire page. Here we can start to enter all of our financial data. I can work my way down the page and enter in information on state, region, profit and loss, and at the bottom of the page we ask for 2 balance sheet items. You might have noticed as I was scrolling down the page there is an import button, and you can import data into the Legal Business Monitor application. To do this, we click the Import Profit and Loss button, which will open the import tool. You can import from 2 formats. You can either connect to Xero accounting software. Once you click the Connect to Xero button, you will be asked to log into Xero and then authorize the data that you would like to import into the benchmarking application. This will then arrive at step 5. If you would like to bring in data from Excel or CSV, simply click on the Excel/CSV option. You will then be asked to paste your data into the application. I have an Excel sheet that we will use in today's example. Here is my profit and loss data. This is just some sample data that I've created, exported from an accounting software. Now, when importing data, you can click and drag from anywhere on the page here. You just want to make sure that you're collecting the labels and also the numeric data, and then we simply copy and paste into the application. We then need to nominate which column relates to the labels, as you can see, and which relates to the data. Once we've made these selections, click Next and continue on. The application will then guide you to step 5. This is the exact same page where the Xero import would have arrived at as well. Now if we scroll down the page, you can see on the right hand side here we have all the data we've just imported, and on the left we have the questionnaire. So now we can start to click on each of our data points on the right and drag the data into the benchmarking questionnaire. And you can drag multiple items into one cell. It will just add them up for you. And if you would like to understand what you've actually placed into a cell, all you need to do is just click on the cell and it will show you over on the right what data is related to that cell. If you'd like to remove data from a cell so you can assign it to another, simply click the X button and drag into a different cell. So this is just some dummy data that we're bringing in here. I'll just show you very quickly just how easy it is to drag and drop your items in. So that's just a quick demonstration. Obviously you'll be taking a bit more care to get the data into the right points. So we'll click Submit now, and this will actually bring the data back into our questionnaire, and it'll also create a map so that if we do want to import data for any other financial years, or if we subscribe again next financial year, we will be able to immediately import our data, as the system will remember where each of these items was assigned, and the whole process will be much faster for importing your profit and loss data. We will continue on now to the personnel questionnaire. For more information on what you will need in order to complete both the financial and the personnel questionnaire, please download our preparation sheet, which is a PDF file, and you will be able to learn exactly what is required to complete these questionnaires. Within the personnel questionnaire, we have a number of different personnel groups. As you can see here, we'll click the drop down and you can see the different types of personnel. We will start with equity principles, and we are prompted to enter a name, an FTE figure. Here we will place 1 for a full-time equivalent. If you would like to learn what full-time equivalent means and what you should be entering into this cell, simply hover over any of these question marks to understand the data point that you are to be entering. Then you can enter the fees billed, the rate, and also the budget for the year, so what the fee earner was expected to produce in terms of fees billed. You can also enter the experience and the practice area for the fee earner. To add additional fee earners, simply click the green button and you will be able to add an additional row. To remove a fee earner, simply click the red button and it will remove the row for you. Continue this process across the remaining fee earner groups. You'll notice that within non-equity principles we can also enter salary data. We don't ask for data for equity principles, salary data for equity principles, only for all the other personnel groups. And so on. To enter in support staff figures, add up all of the groups of support staff and enter in as a whole figure. So if, for example, we have 12 legal secretaries, we would enter 12, and then we would also enter the full salary package that was paid to all legal secretaries. So if this was 100k per legal secretary, we would enter in 1.2 million. Let's continue on to the benchmark page. I will now load some sample data to give you an idea of what a completed data set will look like within the benchmarks page, personnel scorecard, and also the scenario modeler, and then we will be able to generate a report with a lot more data flowing through to it for some additional analysis. So I'll navigate back to the dashboard now, and we will enter into this same record after I have placed some data into the new file. I've now entered some sample data into the application. As you're working through your questionnaire, you can exit the questionnaire at any time and your data will be saved. Simply click log out or back to the dashboard from within the questionnaire. To return to the questionnaire at a later date, simply click on the company name and then click on the financial year that you would like to enter into. As you can see, we've returned back to our questionnaire now, Legal Business Monitor 2015, and I've entered some sample data into the questionnaire here. I've also entered data into the personnel questionnaire. Let's continue to the Benchmarks tab. Within the benchmark tabs, you can select up to 3 columns to compare against our benchmarks. Simply click the column header to reveal the different benchmark breakdowns and find the breakdown that is most suitable to your firm. Over to the left, you can see that our sample firm here is turning over $3.3 million. So we can select a similar turnover benchmark to our firm's results. We can continue this process for the different breakdowns to find the best fit. We also have breakdowns by net profit, state, region, and also specialization of area of law. So we'll continue on and put in an all firms average as well. The all firms average is just the average of all of the firms within our sample. Once you've made your selections, the benchmarks will be dropped in all the way down the page against all of the different key performance indicators that we report on. To continue, simply click Next, or at the top of the page, navigate to the next tab. The next tab is the Personnel Scorecard. The Personnel Scorecard breaks down each of the personnel groups that have been entered into the personnel questionnaire, reporting on fees per salary dollar, budget per salary dollar, fees against budget, so whether or not the fee earner met their budget, effective chargeable hours per day, budget chargeable hours per day, effective chargeable hours per annum, and also budget chargeable hours per annum. So this will give you a good insight as to whether or not the fee earner is meeting the budget expectations and also the budget per salary dollar expectations. And this will be for all of the 5 fee earner groups. Click Next to continue to the Scenario Modeler. The Scenario Modeler is a tool that allows you to adjust the different metrics of your fee earners to provide an updated net profit per principal. To start the process, load your data by clicking the Load button. Once your data is loaded into the system, you can then start to change each of the variables. So you might want to add a new fee earner or half a fee earner, depending on what you want to do. You might want to update the rate, or perhaps you would like to see them achieve some additional charge hours. So as we work through this table and adjust all of the different metrics here, we can see the impact that it has on our net profit per principal. We can also save the different scenarios that we are creating. To save, simply click the Save button and then enter in a name for the scenario. And click OK. This will then save the scenario and will also allow us to change to create additional scenarios or go back and load either the original scenario or the new scenario that we've created. So that's it for all of the tabs within the application here. What we can do now is print out a report. To do that, we simply click the Print button at the top of the application. You can nominate the sections that you would like to print to the report, and you can also nominate the format that you would like to print to. You can print just the benchmarks to Excel as an Excel export, or you can print the report off to PDF or Word. For this example, we'll just print to PDF, and then you can nominate the sections that you would like to print as well. So if you'd like to remove the scenario modeling tool results, you can do that. Once you've made your selections, click Submit, and that will start to generate the report. You can also click the Data Review button, which will notify our analysts in-house to go and review your data. Once we have reviewed, we will send an email to the contact email that is on the questionnaire. As you can see here, the report has generated to the bottom left side of the page here, and we can now open it up. So this is in a PDF viewer within my browser. I'm using Google Chrome today. We highly recommend that you use either Google Chrome or Mozilla Firefox. The report can be saved down at this point or printed off. To view the report, simply scroll through all the different sections. To return to the application, simply click back to the original tab. We will now navigate back to the dashboard and it will show users how to create an additional questionnaire. So if you would like to enter in historical data to our system, you can simply click on your business record and then click Add Year. From here, we can either copy from an existing questionnaire, so if you would like to copy data from an existing questionnaire and perhaps create a new scenario or a budget for the financial year ahead, it is very easy by clicking Copy Financial Year and then adjusting the data within the questionnaire. If you would like to enter in historical data, simply click Use Blank Questionnaire and continue on. Today we'll create a quick budget within the system. So we will copy the data from the 2015 financial year and we will create a financial year in the future and select the budget data flag. And we will label Budget 16 and click Continue. As you can see, all the data entry has been copied across and we can now go through and edit this to our liking. So if we see total fees increasing next year, which might drive up wages, you can just go on and continue this process through the questionnaire. And of course, within the personnel questionnaire as well. So perhaps you would like to add on an additional fee earner, and so on. You will then be able to click through to the benchmarks page once again, only now you will have a new benchmark to select. If we click the benchmark drop down and scroll all the way to the end, you will now see that we have Your Business 2015. So we can actually compare our results against the budget and our actual financial results. If you would like to view the actual financial results as the main subject in the first column, simply navigate back to the dashboard, click into your business record and open up the 2015 financial year again. Now when you click through to the benchmarks page, you will have again a new benchmark to select from. If we scroll down to the very bottom, only this time it'll be our 2016 budget. And this can of course be generated to a report. So that pretty much covers all of the items for the Legal Business Monitor application. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact us at enquiries@benchmarking.com.au or give us a quick call on 02 9262 5564. Thank you for your time.